Hey, how's it going?
Okay, I suppose.
Something on your mind, pal?
You wouldn't believe it.
Listen, buddy. I'm on a 12-hour shift and this is hour 2. Nobody comes in here after midnight anymore, so you might as well entertain me before I lose my mind.
Where do I even start?
The beginning?
Right.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I took the F train. When I arrived downtown, I started heading towards my favorite record shop. I was probably intending to find a recording to replace one I'd lost. It could have been music by Chopin or Schumann, or maybe it was something by Schubert or Shostakovich or Schoenberg. For some reason, I have an interest only in composers whose names begin with a sh sound. I wasn't paying much attention to where I was going, and I guess I lost my way. I'm not sure whether I made a right down one street or a left up another.
While on my way, I stumbled upon a street I had never noticed before.
The girl reminded me of someone, but I couldn't exactly say who it was. Most likely someone from my past.
Hello?
I borrowed it. So what was in the place?
There I beheld, under glass, the curious sight of old umbrellas. Some of them looked familiar. One reminded me of an umbrella I left in a restaurant one night, right before it started to rain. Hey! Is this some sort of lost and found?
What's on display depends on what you've lost. It's all about the person who walks in. Only one visitor can occupy a room at any given time, and the exhibition changes in accordance with each individual. The rooms, you might say, are customized. Don't ask me how it works. I haven't a clue, and it's not my job to know.
Daylight? I thought we were underground.
Not every underground place is the same.
What was in the next room?
Books.
This one, my college roommate never returned to me. That one, I lost on a bus. My mother gave me this one when I was 10. This box I had shipped from Israel when I spent a year teaching American literature. When I returned to New York, I remember waiting for a delivery that never came. Here it is, with the label of my name and old address still taped onto the side. It's like it just fell out of another space-time continuum and landed here. I started losing my hair since 30. You got a room for that?
That room isn't too far. But of course, you won't be able to get any of it back.
Hold on. You are honestly telling me that your hair was there.
It was.
It was quite a moving experience.
Visit any exhibit you'd like. But I make my suggestions pretty much by instinct. I think I have a pretty good sense of people after so many years.
What's in there?
Gloves, scarves, hats. The room of lost accessories. Maybe a few pieces of sentimental value, but nothing too interesting. You really need to pick and choose. You can't see everything in a single day.
It was true. I was already getting exhausted.
Museums, they're always like this.
What about this one? The Room of Lost Opportunity.
I don't think so.
You don't know what you're missing.
What was next?
The Room of Lost Friends.
Get out.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it myself. Christina?
Hi.
It's been years.
How are you?
You.
So nice to see you.
Great to see you. How are you? Fantastic. You look great.
Look who it is.
Hello, Professor. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. I remember when people used to say we look like brothers.
I still wasn't sure if any of it was real, but I played along as if it were.
That was a bad day.
I noticed a couple too shy to talk to each other, and so, acting like a good host, I thought I could start a romantic relationship. Or perhaps I only proved to be a nuisance. Fearing I might lose some of these friends all over again, I decided to end my visit there.
If you don't get moving, you'll never get to some of the other rooms I'd recommend. We've got the Room of Lost Patience, the Room of Lost Nerve, the Room of Lost Time, the Room of Lost Hope, and another of Lost Love. The clock, my friend, is ticking. What shall it be?
I couldn't resist.
The Room of Lost Love. The ticket seller?
There was that same certain quality she possessed, one that I found endlessly appealing but could not easily define.
Where's she going?
Other appointments.
This is all you have? You mean your museum didn't have enough funding to bring my lost lovers? Are there at least pictures of them in this folder?
Go have a look at it. But don't think you can take it with you. It belongs to the past.
What was it?
It looked like one of my old unfinished manuscripts, but I couldn't understand what it was doing here in the Room of Lost Love.
You, of all people, should know that love is a story. One we like to tell each other. It's a story that changes over time, undergoes lots of revisions, and most often the original story gets lost in the process, never to be found again.
What was the story about?
I don't usually pry, but what is it about?
It tells the tale of someone called P. Someone I guess I invented years ago out of the blue. What struck me most was the image of this P character coming home one drizzly evening.
P is a professor at some small college. He's about 50 years old or so, very middle class with a loving wife and kids, living somewhere between the towns of Michigas and Marginal. Also, he's nothing if not a romantic fool.
The real question becomes about why this guy P is looking so knocked out.
Sounds like he was groping for trout in a peculiar river.
Excuse me?
You don't know Shakespeare? An affair!
Oh, right. It was an affair. He's playing back in his mind all the scenes of the affair. He's recalling how he first met her. Maybe she is a student in one of his English classes.
The Pequod's doom is inevitable.
Or perhaps it's possible he bumps into her at the gym. Oh, or maybe...
Yeah, great. Now, what name did you give her?
First I thought of X, then Y, then Z. Eventually, I went back to X.
Lame. Go on.
This young woman, who is about 25 years younger than him,
Is pretty and also very exotic. And despite her adventurous, even reckless nature, she is strangely shy, with a certain innocence, not to mention a smile to die for.
So, how did the affair go down?
According to this, the reason for P's attraction to her is her elusive and inexpressible beauty, which, from the first moment they met, led him to see in her a profound and sensitive soul.
She's from Brazil. No, wait. That's crossed out. She's French.
Vous êtes très attirant.
Nope. Jamaican. Filipino.
What the hell is it already?
Actually, she just ended up American.
What does it say about the husband?
He's a struggling photographer, busy all day long in the darkroom.
Struggling photographer. I like that. Working in the dark.
Either way, he doesn't have a clue about his wife's affair, which has already been going on for several months. He believes the young woman's dalliance is something serious.
And before he knows it, he gets in too deep and loses all perspective. I know stories like this. I've read a million.
but it's not all about him. The girl, the young woman, if you will, tells herself her own love stories.
Despite the fact that her initial interest was only to have an experience with a man old enough to be her father, he convinces her that she too is in love.
I get it. He wants his youth back. But more than that, he wonders how many years he has left. Your P longs for something else. Something not just sexual, but vital. Something spiritual. Let's call it the poetry. The music of life.
Yeah, in the movie version,
Chopin's preludes will be playing in the background. I don't even think it would work as a film. It hardly works as a short story. The young woman wakes up to the realities, the responsibilities of her marriage, which are now hitting her full in the face. Needless to say, a dark cloud starts to form over her relationship with P.
It concludes with the lovers having dinner in a restaurant.
In fact, it's the same restaurant where they had begun their romance, and they're even sitting at the same table so as to show that they've come full circle.
Nice. So what does she do?
She tells herself a different story.
What relationship are you talking about?
Oh, come on, you know it was.
That's not how I saw it. Sorry, I got the wrong
It all,
idea.
she said to herself, never really meant too much to her. The memories she thought to collect, the experiences she wished to acquire were not terribly exciting after all.
He sees the whole history of the affair slowly being erased in front of his eyes, in front of his French onion soup. All the warm, intimate scenes are, in her new interpretation of the events, suddenly edited out, the original script cut to pieces. He listens, in amazement, to the story retold and drastically revised, every tender moment they ever shared being roundly dismissed or trivialized.
And in that moment, of course, it's over.
Kaput. He loses his hope, his nerve, and also his composure.
You mean he doesn't go gentle into that good night?
No. It's nothing like that. Sure, I mean, he got upset at first, but what could he do anymore? Everyone's free to create their own narrative. He can do nothing about it, nothing at all. His story is no longer the same as hers.
That can't be the whole story. There's got to be more to the ending.
But the only thing I have right now that is concrete is the image of a guy wandering through the streets.
Getting caught in a downpour without his umbrella. There is one more thing you might like to hear.
Does it involve P's wife?
How did you know? He has a strong sense of what he's going to find when he steps through the door.
She's discovered everything? Learned the whole story?
And as a result, he's lost everything.
The museum is closing. It's time to go.
I thought there would be another opportunity to visit the museum someday, not just to revisit that room and finish the story, but to see the rest of the exhibits as well.
You can't go back?
I tried. I tried to go back to the museum, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Maybe I was looking on the wrong street. Maybe it moved uptown.
There is no information about the museum anywhere. No matter how much I'd like to return, I don't think I will ever find the Museum of Lost Things again.
Hey, listen. No rush, but here's your check.
Oh, right. Of course. Wait,
What's wrong?
my wallet. I think I lost it.
That's not funny. Check the other pocket.
I would never put my wallet in my right pocket.
Check it. I'll be back. I'm on the register tonight, too. Frickin' graveyard shifts. Here's your change.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You couldn't be any stranger to me. How you came around. I was lost in a dream, everything seemed turned upside down, upside down, upside down. Couldn't believe what happened to me. Someone like you would come around, someone like you We kept our love underground, not making a sound. Nobody could guess. We were